Hey, how's it going? This is Scott Schneider over in the Live Trading Suite in the Futures Room from ShadowTrader, coming at you with a shadow short on November 12th, Tuesday, 2024. Hope you all are doing well. We are going over a losing trade that I had in the room yesterday. I had called it out live. We had an all-time high that was made in the overnight session. We know that the trend on every time frame has been up after, this excess that we've been seeing since the November 5th rally. And we, had this all-time high in the extended hours the night before. And generally, in terms of how we look at auctions and how we look at highs, if it's an all-time high, generally it's not going to end in the extended hours overnight session. Generally, we're going to see that excess happen during the RTH session. But that's just theory, and life is anything but, just theory and textbook, and anything can happen, and you don't know when that's going to get repaired. You just have to keep it in your narrative that is unfinished business up at these all-time highs at 6053 and a quarter. And so that was on my mind heading into the day. And we had what I would consider kind of an unfinished high at yesterday's RTH high in A period, which is the first 30 minutes of the day from 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern time. And that was at 6045 and a quarter. And the reason why I didn't think that was complete is because it was just no taper whatsoever. At the TPO, the letter below that, the time price opportunity, so the tick below the high of the day had about 5,000 contracts. And the high of the day had a little over 2,000. And so that to me made me think that there was possibility that we would be back up there at some point today. And when did I think that would, come into play? Well, I wanted to make sure that we got to the open. At the time, we were below the open, and the open is that green dot, and it's at 6042 yesterday. And so I felt that there was high odds that if we could get to the open, we would see some tempo to the high of the day, and that we could, potentially get above the high of the day and even challenge the all-time high that was made in the overnight. I had told the room that I was going to, size a little small, and that my plan was to add into it if we got above the all-time high. But I was also going to take some off if we could get to that RTH high, just to see, what happens there. Because that is an area where I expected we could go, but then I kind of wanted to see how it played out. Do we get a look above and go, look above and fail? But first things first, we had to get to the open at 6042. And if we look at the 5-minute candlestick chart, which I will show, we will see that, so there are 3 lines that I look at. I look at the 8 EMA, which is this purple line. I look at the 21 EMA, which is the orange dash line. And I look at the VWAP, and specifically the VWAP that resets at midnight. And I do like to look at this on a 5-minute chart. I will look at the hourly, I will look at 30-minute, I will look at the daily, but I like to pick my location on an intraday basis, usually off the 5-minute. And what we had was, we had 3 failed attempts look above the VWAPs of the first 3 bars of the morning. And then we kind of were forming this like rounded bottom where we were just hugging that 8 EMA, that purple line. And then around 10:30, we had that close above, the first close above, since the open. And then in this bar is where I had the buy stop. And I just thought we could have had the continuation. It didn't happen. You could see that red candle, pretty ugly. took it down. I wanted to make sure if, that price, if it came down a little bit, I wanted it to lose the VWAP. It did. Then I let it get to the 21 EMA. That was it. That was all I could handle. And I had already had the stop set, at 6037. So, there it is, losing trade, part of the game. And I will put that in my, category of a good loss because it was within my system. I didn't let it get out of control. And, I had a reason for entering in the first place. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in the room. Take care. Hey, this is Scott Schneider from the Futures Room over at ShadowTrader's Live Trading Suite. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. And if you'd like to trade live with me in real time, please click the link in the description below. Have a great day and happy trading.